Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a product that we manufacture that's known as macro-synthetic fibres. They're made from 100% recycled plastic. That's just a nice example. I was just recently up in, those of you that might know far north Queensland, I'm a Townsville boy. I live there up there these days. That's actually a 2.5 kilometre shed user path that runs all the way to the Mossman Gorge, which is up past Port Douglas. Nice part of the world, something that was produced by Douglas Shire Council this year. So I go up there every year and have a chat with them. All of this is using the Repoly 100% recycled fibres. So I'm not going to get too in depth about the fibres in that sense, because not too many of you in the room are probably construction concrete type peoples. I'll sort of a bit more of a generalising of it and a little bit of a. We invented these products back in about 2015, and I'm going to sort of cover off a bit of the journey, if you like, because now these products have basically become business as usual in all the infrastructure projects here in Australia, especially here in Victoria. You'd be aware of the big build that's going on at the moment. All of the shed user paths, or probably 90% of them, footpaths, traffic island infills, etc., are using our type of products. It's made from 100% recycled plastic. It's used to replace your steel mesh in your concrete. So you have your steel mesh in non-structural works, not your columns, not your suspended slabs, but your slab on grade, as you can see typical examples there. It's taken us about 9 years to get to this point, so it's been a fairly long journey. What we've actually currently got, I'm going to cover off some examples of what we've done. We're also pretty proud of the fact that all of our products are packaged by a disability company called a provider called McCallum's Industries in Ballarat, where our products are manufactured. And to date, over the journey, if you like, we're probably over 170,000 hours of NDIS employment through packaging our products, which is something we're very proud of. I'll give a bit of an example of a couple of things. Now, what we look at here when we're trying to put a new product into something and go through that process with government bodies and agencies, etc., to get a new, sustainable product into the marketplace, sometimes can be quite a difficult journey. So we sort of ask ourselves, what are we trying to achieve? Where are we going to use the product? What are the benefits from us using that product? And then what are current state legislation and requirements that we have to meet? What hoops do we have to jump through? As a thing that I've learned over my journey, many years in this industry, and specifically probably the last 10 or 12 with the recycled products, etc. When I'm sitting in front of an engineering company, an Arups or a KBR or somebody like that, what I found is the golden question is, what do we need for you? What do you need for us to have you sign off on this product? Because in all these type of things, somewhere, especially in construction, some engineer somewhere has to sign off. It has to be certified. Once we know what that information is, we're then able to go back, if we haven't got it all, go back and actually get it. Now, we went through the process, and I've been involved with this a long time. We have all our approvals, we have everything done, so understanding the whole process is really important. To also offer the on-site side of things, and as you can see here, this is a part of a pavement, if you like, around a distribution centre that we did, and we went through a process of working with the contractors to make sure they understand how to use it, what products and tools they needed to do a good job. That's also part of it. Having engineers to tick off, yes, but you also got to understand the guys using the concrete and the products need to know how to do it. From a support systems perspective, when you've got a new product and you're bringing it into market, you've also got to have a whole heap of support systems around it. What we've found is that we've got to engage with the head contractors, etc., very early in the piece. Probably 12 to 18 months, maybe even 2 years before our product will actually go into a project is when we'll be talking with the people. Now, I started talking with many of you I know here from Adelaide, for instance. Our product's specified on the Torrance to Darlington project for most of their paths, etc. I've been talking to them for probably 15 months on that project already, and our product won't see any product on that project probably for another 12 months at least until they start doing stuff. So that's the lead time, and it's really important to understand that. That's that early stage, what we call the TOC phase, which is called the turnout phase, where the alliances are going to their client and saying, this is what we're going to propose. You need to get your new products in that stage. Otherwise, you're going through a process of changing an already specified situation, which actually adds cost. If you don't have to redo drawings because you wanted to change something to make it more, it's not sustainable to actually have to redo work because you want to implement something new. So we provide the support for basically designers. We have an EPD, for any of you that aren't aware, that's an environmental product declaration that's done to an ISO standard. It's third-party audited. That will give you a footprint, your carbon footprint, and it's what's used in lots of projects so the sustainability consultants can actually go, okay, we've used X amount of this product. We know what we're saving. We know what our carbon footprint is for their reporting. It's really important. We're obviously quite proud of the fact that our product meets those or adds to achieving those 6 SDGs, those of you that are aware of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And what I found over the time is it's important to sort of develop really strong relationships with all parties involved, from the contractor right up to the designers, because you're able to then actually work with each has its own specific focus, and because they have their own individual requirements, it's important to sort of address each one individually, if you like. I'm a concrete carpenter by trade myself, so obviously when it comes to working with the guys on site, something I can actually provide sort of a fair amount of assistance and guidance on how to use the products. But I also did study first year engineering. I just dropped out after first year, much to my father's disgust. So some conclusions and learnings on pretty much what we found. This is a project here that is a Mickleham Road upgrade, where there's a shared user paths being done there. It's a project that's being done by BMD for Major Roads Projects Victoria. And what we found is that the pathway on, and excusing the pun using the word pathway, but the pathway for new products into projects is starting to become easier. When I first started this, all I ever got met was with resistance. However, what we're actually now starting to see is that people are starting to understand that using recycled materials, and my grandfather taught me a very long time ago, was that one man's waste can be another man's wealth. We should always be looking at can we reuse that? Why put it in the dump? We're pretty proud of the fact that we've actually, created a product which is reusing waste plastic. It ends up being cheaper for what you're doing. We're saving time and money. We're speeding up the process. And 80% or probably 90% of where our product gets used is actually our own taxpayer funded dollars that are building these things. So to me, we should be doing those more sustainably. So what I found was that you need to have evidence. So in other words, test your products, have an EPD, go and get published research, which we did. We supported a PhD to actually get these products, if you like, ratified. Get all your approvals with your different agencies that you need. And one of the other things is work with people to create knowledge sharing applications. By doing knowledge sharing, that's how we actually start to get everybody learning about our products. It's very similar to places like conferences like this. We all actually learn something about what each other does, and actually sharing that knowledge. Someone might not directly want to be using our product on something, but they might know somebody who does. Likewise, myself, with some of the things you learn and you pass on to other colleagues. That knowledge sharing is how we actually get everybody working together to a common goal. So, as I say, be patient, thorough, be meticulous, and you'll get there in the end. Thanks very much for your time, guys.